This is EC 102 Semester Summary by Hannah Balow. We all want to have a grade of an A by the end of any course. I wanted to pursue engineering as a possible major because I wanted to do something that challenges me. This course has. My team and I have built balloon launchers, soldered a line-following robot, and built an Arduino-controlled PV drawing car. And now I will show... And now I'd like to show us some of our final project examples. Here was the balloon launch. Here is our line following robot. And our last but not least, the PV spelling robot. That video is a little hard to see. But anyway, on to the presentation. If my slides want to load. Okay, I'll just go like this. There we go. So desired grade was an A. I deserve a high letter grade because I have been on time with Canvas assignments. On the discussion post, I have thoroughly read my peers' posts and replied to 8 of my peers' posts. On the neat resources, I have reviewed others' articles and videos, and I have added to my weekly summary who I thought had the best resource of the week and supported my opinion with a claim to why they have the best neat resource. I have done research for all 3 projects that we have completed by being prompted and not prompted. I have researched how to use Excel because I do not have a big background using this program. I have helped my fellow teammates use Logger Pro by looking up help tools on the program and playing with the Logger Pro program. I have never soldered anything in my life that I had to learn by research online how to properly use a soldering iron. I read the whole Arduino online booklet outside of class, so I knew what I was doing when I was in class. by placing different components and wires on a breadboard. This is a summary of items that I think constitutes to an A for the class. What I did in this course. I made sure my teammates were all working to help contribute to each project. I was the main communicator that helped organize time and days my team and I can meet outside of class. I did a lot of self-research instead of reading out of a textbook or given materials from a professor, which was unusual, but I was able to do it and learn from the resources I found online. I got to do some woodworking and mathematics on Excel spreadsheet. I got to code in this course through VPython and Arduino. I soldered with help from my teammates. I got to present in front of a class and work with others. Overall, I did more hands-on projects than any of my other courses at PVCC, and I am glad I took this course. What I learned in this course. I learned that my teammates and I all come from different backgrounds and have different skills to bring to each project, and we were able to teach each other different skills, and we're able to come together and use our different abilities to get projects accomplished. I learned that my peers had different viewpoints or similar viewpoints to me in the weekly discussions and how we saw problems in similar or different ways. It was interesting to see how people interpret the questions differently. I learned that engineering is group-based and material-based, that knowing a variety of tools is necessary for being an engineer, from knowledge of different software programs to learning how to read different code and using different hands-on machines. Total hours and weekly averages. I roughly estimated that the total hours I spent this semester was 67 hours and 24 minutes. The weekly average was about 4 hours and 17 minutes. And I really did enjoy this class. It has taught me a little bit of how different engineering fields come together, and I feel like we did a little bit of civil engineering with the balloon launcher and / mechanical engineering, the Arduino robot project and the circuit board Arduino were more on the electrical engineering side, and that was interesting to see how these courses might help teach us what engineering is like. But overall, I'm glad I took it. I'm not completely sure if engineering is the path I would like to go, so I do want to take another ECE course and see if this is something I want to pursue as a career or not. But overall, I had a great time. I was a little surprised by the weekly discussions. They seem to be more about how people learn, which I felt like that would be more in a early childhood education courses, but it might help to see that people do learn in different ways, and engineering seems to be a lifelong learning process that we just have to get used to. There's always going to be a new challenge, always going to be things that we do not automatically know. So we must find a way to figure things out by ourselves without being taught, which we are so used to being taught, and to show the information on a test. So we need to feel better, or feel more comfortable with teaching ourselves. And thank you for listening to this video, and see you next semester.